Kaila and I finally returned home for the first time in 6 months since leaving everything behind to hit the road full time. Coming back to the town that we lived in for nearly 5 years, we didn't exactly have the feeling of nostalgia, but just a feeling of gratitude. Just grateful for the versions of ourselves who made the decision to turn in our keys to our old apartment to move into our car so that we could save up and live in the van that we do today. We drove around to all the spots that we used to sleep in our Nissan at and just looked back on all the sacrifices that we made in order for us to live out our dream. All the nights moving our bags around to get ready for bed, just hoping nobody would see us, our alarm being a cop knocking our window multiple mornings, cooking at parks, and showering at the gym. We went to bed every night with this goal and vision, but had no idea if we'd ever reach it. And looking back on those thoughts with the knowledge on how everything worked out in the end. We also spent last week at home with family and celebrated my 26th birthday. And now we are driving to Florida until we head back out west for our first summer with Frida. We're currently in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and we're going to take a break from the long drive and go out into the woods and go camping.
What do planets like to read?
Planets like to read? What?
Comic books.
Comics. Dude, I always I can't think of them, but they're funny.
When is the moon the heaviest? When it's full.
Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, or just welcome to the channel if you're new here. My name is Taylor and I live in this van with my beautiful wife Kaila here, and right now we are currently on our way to Florida. In the last video I mentioned that we were going back to Iowa very briefly to see family that we haven't seen since we left home 6 months ago to live and travel in the van. So it's kind of cool to go back to where Kaila and I specifically lived together for almost 5 years. Go look at all the spots that we lived in the car, and it's just kind of cool to look back and just kind of be grateful for the situation we're in. We stayed with family for about a week. We just kind of slept in driveways, and it was kind of nice because we were able to plug in like a space heater, stay so cozy in here. But now we're back on the road heading to Florida just until summertime. So it's going to be really exciting, but today we're actually going to make a little stop and go camping because we have not been actually camping out in the woods for quite some time because of the cold weather. We've gone camping in the desert multiple times, and we kind of miss just being at one place, having a fire, and just being at just pure peace. So it's going to be a really fun video. I'm excited to go camping. We're going to be going to Chattanooga, so we need to get some stuff before we go camping. We got to get some ice, probably some more food, firewood, and a couple other things. Come along with the video to show you guys what it's like to live in our van.
We are going to Milk and Honey. It's a coffee / brunch place. I am looking for good matcha in every place we go, at least. Or just coffee. I love coffee, but more of a matcha girl now. Yeah, we'll see. It's so cute here.
So we're gonna go get some food, and we're only 30 minutes away from the camp spot, and then we'll go run some errands and then head out into the woods finally.
This is a blueberry matcha.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna stir it. Should I stir it?
Yeah, do it. I got it.
You got the video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, get me trying it.
Okay.
These are such cute cups. I want one.
Okay, try it. Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to try it?
Sure.
And then I'll try yours. We'll stir it.
Hey, that is really good.
Yeah.
I don't really I'm not a fan of matcha, but that's
But you like the ones that we found in California too.
because it's sweet.
Yeah.
Dude.
Let me try it. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, this is so you. Nutella matcha.
Now we gotta wait for our food. Dude, what is this? What did you get?
The egg toast.
Dude, I got the hot chicken biscuit. I'm gonna be such a big back after eating this, but let's chow down. So I'll give a really small, quick tour, I guess, of our camp. So I just put our chairs here for now, even though we'll probably end up moving them over to the fire that's right there. But there's a lot of tent camping over there. There's a couple cars parked and then the tent camp in there. But we found this spot where you can just pull right in, and we parked the van here. And then you could probably fit like a couple other people here if you had like a group of people that wanted to go camping. There's a river right over there that we'll go check out here in a second. But since our last video, we showed you guys that we had gotten bikes. These are going to be so much nicer than the electric scooter that we had to just get around. The electric scooter was really fun to have, but it was honestly more of a hassle to get out versus the benefit that we had with having it to get around town and stuff. So we just decided to sell it, and we also got in a few crashes on it. They're dangerous. Electric bikes, electric scooters, they're dangerous. So we decided to sell it, get a bike rack, and we got some bikes from Kayla's grandpa. So we're gonna be able to get around a lot of places. That's a lot more enjoyable instead of Kayla standing in front of me on the scooter. And it's honestly just more risky than anything. I think camp is pretty much situated. We just need to cook. We're gonna probably have like beef, onions, and potatoes. But I think we're gonna go explore over by the river quick. We made it to the river. Getting pretty hungry, so I need to get some of the stuff out first to make food. Oh baby. He's so freaking good. Here's the final product. We got potatoes, onions, and beef. We forgot to stop at the store to get some sauces or something, but the only thing we have ketchup, but I don't really feel like eating putting ketchup with this, to be honest. Oh, no way.
Are you
I
kidding
almost
me?
did.
No, you did. It's flattened.
No,
Yeah.
all over my butt?
Yes.
No way. Is it bad? Or not bad?
You'll just say.
We just got all of the camping stuff all packed up because we kind of just want to be able to wake up in the morning and not have to necessarily pack anything up. So I put all of our chairs away, and then Kayla's getting all of our dishes pretty much cleaned up. And I think I've mentioned it before, but we use a vinegar and water blend in a spray bottle, and you just spray all the dishes and you wipe them down with paper towels. You use less water, but you do use a lot more paper towels. But I think we're just going to kind of hang out here in the van. We're going to watch a movie or something on the laptop, and just kind of hang out and get cozy. But I think I'm going to try to put up my camera right now to do a cool star night time lapse. I've really wanted to try it, so if it works, you'll see it right after this. Oh my gosh, the morning sounds of all the freaking birds, the leaves. Oh, it just sounds cool. Alright, good morning everybody. It is such a beautiful morning here. The sky is completely blue. It's pretty warm out, like I'm just fine in this jacket. You can hear all the birds. You can hear some squirrels running around. It's so peaceful out here. I love the spot that we have here. It's actually like so nice. I wish we could stay longer, but we have a lot of laundry to do. So we're probably gonna drive a couple hours today and go do some laundry as well. But most importantly, we need to pack everything up this morning and get back on the road. But this is a pretty solid spot. We're finally packing up. We've been kind of taking our time to clean up everything. Kayla's actually been making the bed in here. She even decided to do some cleaning up front, just wiping down some of the dusty areas. God bless her soul. We're gonna be hitting the road. I definitely would stay at this spot again if we're ever in the area. I would stay here another night too if we didn't have to go do loads of laundry. Like, I'll show you how much we got. This is our bag. It's all the way full. We have so much on the top, so we're gonna go find a laundromat and do all the laundry. We're gonna make our way closer to Florida, which I'm very excited for. We're excited to get our new bikes out and go on bike rides, go to the beach. Whole different side of van life that we haven't really done much yet. We're gonna hopefully do a lot more changes to the van, so I hope we can get to do that because there's a lot of things I really want to change. I've mentioned we want to change up our bed, change up our kitchen area, and also hopefully eventually get to the point where we can add in a lot more functions into the van that we can get inside and stay inside and not have to get out to do things like brush our teeth. But if you guys have any like tips or anything to very cheaply do something, because we don't want to put a bunch of money into Frida, unfortunately, because you never know with a vehicle that's old. It can just at any point decide it wants to give up. So we don't want to dump thousands of dollars. So we want to keep Frida's build pretty affordable. And we also just want to make the van a lot more functional for this chapter 2 of van life, where we go back west and go into the mountains. I'm super stoked for this summer. We are so excited to just get back out there and have another little chapter of van life. But if you guys ever have any other questions about what it's like to live in our van and travel, just drop them down below, and maybe we can always do a little segment in another video where we just answer some more questions that we've ever gotten. And we just really appreciate all the support we've had on the channel lately. We've grown like over 50,000 subscribers since we started living in the car, when we bought the van, and recording all of our adventures throughout this fall. So we're really excited to get a summer going. But I'm going to close off the video there, and we're going to pack up the rest of the van and continue on our journey down south to Florida. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. So right as we were freaking leaving, our oil light comes on, and we're not even due for an oil change. So we, I guess, just weren't really thinking to check the oil levels. And this is obviously just going to be another lesson for us to carry oil with us in case of emergencies. But I just checked our oil levels, and it's freaking low. So that could also indicate that we possibly are in need of an oil change or something, or have a possible oil leak somewhere. I have no idea, and we're also 54-minute bike ride away from the nearest gas station, so we can't even just leave the van here and put like a sign or something. So we're gonna look into possibly door dashing oil. So it's probably been about 15 minutes of just kind of seeing what we could do. We just submitted a order for some oil, but we had to put the delivery address about a mile further, so we'll have to get the bikes out so we can just ride up a mile, go on a nice little bike ride, get the oil. I ordered 3 quarts, which will probably be just fine with like 1 or 2, but I want to make sure that we have just extra oil on hand, especially if I have no idea if we're leaking oil or anything. But we also have driven a pretty good amount since our last oil change, and we're pretty much due for another one.
We weren't checking any of that.
But yeah, we learn from our mistake. Check your oils, especially if you're going out into the woods. We're going to definitely make sure we do this moving forward. It's just either have oil on hand, check your levels and fill beforehand or whatnot, but we'll be fine. This is what road trips and living in vehicles like this is for. Sometimes you'll be put into stressful situations, and you just gotta do what you gotta do to get out of it. At least it's downhill. Coming back won't be fun. Alright, well, we made it to the cabin. This must be like a little public area because it's just a public address on Google Maps.
Is that a rooster or people?
I think it's people. Someone's house is right here.
Probably oversee this.
Pot Point Trailhead and parking. But we're gonna just wait for
That's a rooster.
Really?
Yeah, you can hear it.
We gotta wait for like 5 to 10 minutes. We'll put the oil in Kayla's basket, and then we'll go back and fill up the van with oil, and it's probably be good, but we'll keep an eye on it as we drive. I love how I was gonna end the video and then just like a whole bunch of stuff just happened.
Hello.
Oh.
Bro, y'all rented this cabin?
No, we're camping like a mile up. Didn't realize we needed oil.
Yeah.
So we just drove our bikes here because it was the only like physical address we could put.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't never been back here. It's a nice view though. Coming out.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
nice.
beautiful.
Thank you so much, though.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Good luck.
Thank you. Wow, we got the order. Well, now we know. This is fun. My basket's so nice. Oh, I got some.
I will say every time we have something go wrong with the van, and I will say recently we've had a few issues with the van. In California I had to change the entire starter, and I was actually proud of myself. I did that myself. And then on our way from California to Iowa, we had the mass air filter sensor go out, or mass air fan sensor. It's MAF sensor, that's all I remember. That was had the error code come up. Ended up only having to get it cleaned, and then what else did we do? Oh, and then we had the AC, the heat went out. We had no heat. We filled the coolant and everything, but they flushed the heater, and that seemed to bring it back. But we have had some issues arise from the van recently. And then this is not really an issue. This is more of our own problem. But literally, if you ever have any issues with your vehicle, it's so much cheaper to if you can try to do it on your own. But also, if it's a hard thing, you need to bring it in, and also you always risk damaging anything else part of the van. But if it's something easy, honestly, even changing the starter was pretty easy. I just had to figure out how to do it and do research. And then also, a lot of people ask us, like, what do you do if your car breaks down? You got to figure it out. Either take it in somewhere, get it towed, but you have to just figure it out. That's kind of been our motto for the past 8 months. We'll figure it out, and we figured it out so far. We're letting the van run. After I added some oil, I'm going to check the oil again, see if I need to add more, and just make sure the light doesn't come back on. Okay, so what we decided to do is we added the 3 quarts that we got from the 7-Eleven, and it got it to the low mark on the oil, and then we're going to just drive it to the nearest Vanlife or Jiffy Lube or something and just get an oil change. We're pretty much just about due anyways, and we have driven a lot of miles already, so we're just gonna go get topped off, oil change, and because you really want to just make sure you maintain the van because we live in it, get all the best oil, and just make sure we're paying everything that we need to, because basically this is like our rent. We may not have to pay rent, but we have to pay for gas, maintenance, all those things. So we're gonna go get an oil change quick. All right, so we're clearly back driving in the van. We got all the change, all that stuff figured out. We even had them rotate the tires, so their tires last longer. But the video did not end where I had expected it. I'm glad that we were able to figure things out and bring you guys with me. So with that being said, now I'm going to close off the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out all of our other social medias in the description.